What's up, everyone, and welcome back to our Slabstock Sundays episode number 126 this week. Here, looking at the PWCC Weekly Auction. Our partners run weekly auctions every Sunday night, and we've been here for 126 different weeks talking to you all about the cards ending in these Sunday auctions. And I'm back, Northwoods edition this week. I'm not in the studio. I'm in a cabin way up north for Father's Day. My dad and I and my mom had a lot to get done up here. So we got a full pier ripped out and a full pier put in. That was not the most fun, but it was a fun weekend. Julian, how are you doing tonight? And happy Father's Day to everyone out there, by the way, who either is a father or celebrating with their dads or soon to be father, whatever it might be. Good weekend. How about yourself?
Yes. Happy Father's Day to everybody. It was a great day celebrating with my dad. Very relaxed weekend. Getting to watch some Euros, which is a lot of fun. I just said it with the S, and I know people hate that. The Euro without a S. Sometimes I throw the S in there. But yeah, it's been great. Some great games. The England one's probably the most boring so far, which was today. And Max was in the chat. So what's going on, Max? Your team kind of sucks.
It was the only game that only had one goal scored.
Yeah, it was quite slow, honestly. And I mean, I expected as much just because Gareth Southgate is just a terrible coach. I'm so happy. If Manchester United somehow gotten him, I would have probably not watched the game for 2 years.
You actually would have been hacked off.
That's probably the worst. Dude, I'd rather take The Rock as our coach or something.
You probably would rather have Graham Potter as your coach. Let's be honest.
Oh yeah, 100%.
At least Graham Potter generated a lot of shots. We didn't have a lot of wins, but there's a lot of shots.
100%.
It was definitely a good weekend for sports. We had NBA finals on, NHL finals on, with both teams down 3-0, having absolute whoopings the last two nights. So you see what the Oilers score was last night?
No, but I heard something about it's the Predators who they're playing, right?
No, they're playing the Panthers.
The Panthers, sorry.
Florida Panthers.
The Panthers were like their travels were disrupted or something, and they still put a smackdown on the Oilers.
Well, they won game 3. So they won game 3, but basically the Oilers won 8-0 last night.
Oh, the Oilers.
No,
did.
sorry. They won 8-1. Yeah, they won 8-1 in game 4.
But so it's 3-1 in both the NBA finals.
Yes, and both of the series went through the same script where it was basically absolute domination.
We got it. Yeah, we have to turn at least get one game back.
Yeah, exactly. So that's where the series is at. Also, golf today was excellent. I don't know if anyone followed the U.S. Open, one of the 4 majors this year, but Bryson DeChambeau got his second major final victory ever, the last one being the U.S. Open in 2020. And it was an awesome end of the round from him, although it involved many chokings from Rory McIlroy, which I think a lot of people are used to if you watch golf. And DeChambeau wants to let it go himself. But did you watch that, Julian?
No, I didn't. I saw the notification, though, that Rory barely missed out, but I should probably
I
think there was a clip of him celebrating with his dad or something.
Bryson's dad died 2 years ago, I think. So
there was something about his dad.
4 years ago, it was during COVID, and they had a FaceTime call in or whatever when he won. But this year, his dad unfortunately passed away, but he dedicated the win to his dad. And honestly, it was just an awesome final. And it was super fun to watch. But he had this incredible shot out of the bunker on the last hole to get it within feet of the hole and then put in to win. It was sick. But yeah, basically Rory McIlroy bogeyed 3 holes out of the last 4 and missed some absolutely brutal putts. Julian, I gotta know, how is the quality going right now? Is it good sound? Does the video look okay, or is it blurry?
Nah, baby, Slabstock's HQ3, it's looking good. You would be able to know.
Because Elon Musk, whatever his Wi-Fi satellite thing is doing the trick. I just had to figure out because.
Now, right when we mentioned that, there's a little cutting out, but I think we're good.
Okay, no.
On command.
Oh boy. All right. Well, I gotta say, everyone, there is some awesome cards ending tonight, not only at the top of the auction, but as we've been talking about so frequently on here, at the bottom end of the auction as well, the more affordable cards. There are I have a different tab open that has at least got 15 different tabs for different cards ending tonight that I prospectively want to buy. I'm probably not buying them all. That'd be kind of crazy if I won that many cards. But there's a lot of cards under $50 right now. I think every one I have open is just about under $50. I might need to throw a different one into the mix that isn't. But they're just some nice stuff in here. Julian, you say you're so yourself, or what are you looking at? You don't have to say what yet, but
No, nice stuff for sure. The past 3 weeks, I've made sure to get down deep into the listings because there's a bunch of sneaky finds. I mean, it's not only like the low end, there's the high end stuff is really nice. And I think particularly when that happens, oh, special visitor Leo.
Hey,
Leo.
not only is it Father's Day, but Leo's got to take the jump. And also, happy Father's Day, Dad. He's right over there. Come say hi.
Papa Slabs, get in here.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, happy Father's Day.
Oh, wow. I got mud like all over my legs now from Leo, so that's fun.
That is fun. There would be no slab stocks without Papa Slabs.
That is true. That is true. Yeah, Papa Slabs and oh man, he's got mud all over himself down here. Might need one of you to help service Leo right now. No, yeah,
this is the entertainment we paid for.
Right, exactly. There is a lot of good stuff ending in this auction, not only at the bottom, not only at the top, also at the bottom, but also at the top too. Because Julian, what about this Jabari Smith here that's ending tonight?
Crazy. I mean, I saw that card and I was like, okay, it's probably going to set the record because I think it was the Nebula 101 is his highest selling so far, going for 12. And this has just absolutely demolished it, and understandably so. The logo man, very solid player, but I think year 3 we're looking for a big jump. Game worn, we love to see that.
Yeah, so that's the big thing with Flawless is the Flawless logo man of Jabari Smith. It is game worn rookie logo man auto. This, in my opinion, this card and any Flawless logo man trumps any non-game worn logo man autos. Even if it's on National Treasures, I don't care. Give me the game worn one, right, Julian?
100%.
But what were you saying about Jabari Smith?
Just big card. He's had 2 consistent years. I think even they've had a couple players ask questions at the NBA Finals, and I think he was one of them. And he asked Kyrie about what to do to try and grow in your 3rd year. So big things expected for him, but it's a massive card, and we're probably going to loop back around and it's going to go to $30K. I wouldn't be surprised, but it's the biggest card so far, most expensive. So one to keep an eye out for.
Yeah, I feel like that happens a lot with cards like this. We'll look at them. They'll be 5,000, 10,000, and that bidding war starts when it's a 1 of 1, when it's a pop one, when it's something that's a cream of the crop card for a certain player, and this one obviously is for Jabari Smith.
And there's nothing comparable that's sold yet. So this is going to set the standard for the other cards. Not even like this. For this one, it's sold again potentially down the road.
Yeah, I agree. It definitely is going to set the bar. And if anyone else out there has anything for sale tonight, whatever it might be, please let us know. We love sharing out cards that you all are selling, or that you might be looking at buying. If you're also looking at buying after you buy it, whatever it might be, please let us know, and we'd love to do some sharing of those items. And once again, for those just joining, happy Father's Day to anyone out there, any fathers out there, or whoever it might be. Really exciting day for a lot of us, and my dad's a huge part of Slab Stocks, a huge part of my life outside of Slab Stocks too. So it's a fun day up here at the cabin area. All right, so let's jump in to some games for tonight. We can never have a Slab Stock Sundays without at least some sort of game going on in the first part of the auction. You already know that Julian's Hoobie buying is going to be coming up pretty soon here, but I think we got to get back to I'm thinking, you got the Hoobie buying. I was thinking, Julian, you take the pick. We're either going to do gas or trash. We'll go with 2 cards, 1 each, and we both have got our. Well, actually, no. I guess I'll just pick cards for that. So we either do gas or trash, or we'll do the one where we go in the rows of 3, and we each get to pick one, and then we'll alternate. And you can't pick the same sport twice. We haven't done that one for a while, actually.
I was gonna say gas or trash.
Okay, let's do that.
We haven't done that in a while either, but
we haven't done either. Let's go gas or trash.
We get some of the people watching involved too. Here.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go gas or trash, because I know that Julian's on spicy mode tonight with his Hoobie buying coming later, so I'm hoping he's gonna have some good takes here for everyone. We want to hear your gas or trash as well, which obviously in the end, all these opinions are our own personal opinions. Just because I think something might be gas, you might think something's stupid, or vice versa. But a fun game to play to highlight different cards here on the PWCC Weekly Auction. And we, in fact, are not going to do gas or trash to the Jabari, because it's really hard to argue against anything about that card. But we are going to go first off with the Jason Tatum Panini Kaboom Gold of 10 BGS 9 sitting at $15,500. This card at one point sold for $40,000, I think just a couple years ago. Julian, for whatever reasons you might have, it doesn't have to be the same reason every time. It doesn't always have to be about the card. It could be about the player. Are you gas or trash on Kaboom, Jason Tatum, gold out of 10 at the 15.5 price tag is it right now?
I'm sorry, I have to say trash. I've always respected Jason Tatum. I think he's a great player, but I think Jaylen Brown is a better player. I would rather have him on my team. Just an all around great player. Defensively, he's made some great plays. Also, not to mention, I am not a fan of BGS without subgrades. That just like is something like that kind of like tweaks me out if it's not like that. Really don't like that. I think it's a great looking card. Jason Tatum has. I'm waiting for him to get to like a Luka Doncic level. He's kind of gotten exposed a little bit this playoffs, but still a great player. I can't like. It's obviously not like he's terrible, but Jaylen Brown is my favorite out of the two. So I'd probably pass on that, even though it's a really nice card, but it's pretty expensive.
So that's the thing. It's like the card's super nice. We know that gold kabooms, especially these first year gold kabooms, this was the first time we had number kabooms came out there as Panini reward set. They're important cards, and it is a rookie logo Tatum, although it says 2018 up there, which is kind of funny because he's a 2017 rookie class. But the point that they released these kabooms was like in the year 2018, but they still were releasing 2017-18 pack issued sets. So it's just an interesting situation going on there. But I gotta say, you can't be considered a superstar if you're going to be either fire or ice. And it happens so frequently with Jason Tatum. You look at previous finals winners and who took over and who controlled the games and who was important. And Giannis specifically for me stands out because I watched every single game of the Bucks playoff run, obviously. But in the finals, he was unstoppable. Like 50 points in this closeout game. I think it was like 16 rebounds, 17 of 19 from the free throw line, 5 blocks, both ends of the court. Like nothing was stopping Giannis in that finals from getting the job done. There's been a lot of stuff stopping Jason Tatum, not only this finals run, but also different times in his playoffs, from being a superstar. And you can't average under 40% shooting in your finals career, be one of the worst efficient or least efficient players in finals history right now, and be a superstar. And I feel like that all the media wanted him to get to that superstar level for the past like 3 years, even pushing like his MVP narrative super hard midseason this year. But number one, he wasn't like putting up the stats to like say that he was a superstar. He's also not putting up like the big time games in the finals to consider himself a superstar. There's like more people who are doing both things or one thing better than him. So he's just kind of like left in this like kind of like star range, really good player, can put up a really massive game here when he wants to. But I just don't see him getting into that superstar echelon. And he's already now, I'm not saying this is old, but like 26, I think. So he's 26 now. Like, I feel like by now you have to be like kind of pushing through that wall versus constantly having people saying stuff. You know what I'm saying? For good reason too. It's not just saying stuff to say stuff.
Yeah, and I agree. And it's well known Aaron is a big Bucks guy, so he inherently does not like the Celtics. So
yeah.
But coming from me as well, like I can agree with him on that. When I think like the finals in the past, the MVPs, those are the guys that consistently like in and out are making the clutch shots and carrying their team. And right now I would probably have Brown and Holiday ahead of him for the finals MVP.
Did you see something after like game 2? They had Jason Tatum as the betting odds favorite for MVP. Bro, I would bet anyone other than him.
Yeah, but I wouldn't. Would you be surprised if he got it?
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, how do you know how they actually decide that award in the first place? You know, is it like the writers that decided, just like the other awards? I don't know. You know, but it's just like I just can't get in on a player who I feel like can't get over that hump for someone who's that expensive. You know,
for sure.
That's just where I'm at. All right, I went off. We move on. This is a fun one. 2018 Prism World Cup Ronaldo Gold of 10 PSA 8. This is at a really, I feel like, high price point right now. And maybe I know that Prism Golds have their place, and there's only 4 editions of Ronaldo's Prism Golds. So that's the other thing. There's not many of them. There's 40 total copies between 2014, 18, 22. Oh, wait, no, there's only 3. Yeah, there's only 3 different golds. So I guess there's only 30 copies. Julian, that's just about like $10,000. Are you saying gas on? I know you're a CR7 fan, but how do we feel with this, with the price point?
It's tough. It's funny that we were talking about this one because I had done some research like 5-10 minutes ago. It's a really nice card, and obviously it's a staple in soccer, like the 2014, 2018 Prism World Cup. But his 2018 Prism Gold Auto, which is like not on card, it's sticker, but that's like sold for like 3.5 at the end of 2023. So like when you're comparing that, I know a lot of people would prefer like this card because of how popular it is, but for that much less, give me the auto, honestly, because I'm a Ronaldo fan and it's still a sweet card. But I'm shocked at how much this is considering how much his market has dropped.
I think to me that's maybe more the point. I think what happens a lot of times here is you have a couple set builders too on sets like this where it's like such an infrequent set that people want to build the rare parallel gold sets and that type of stuff. Where like a bidding war can easily get the top players up to 3, 4, 5, 6, 10K for the top of the top, like him and Messi. But like just as a personal collector myself, if I were to be like, oh, have your choosing of Ronaldo cards, find me the patch auto from Flawless. Find me, so even some of the Noir low numbered patch autographs at Real Madrid kits, like stuff like that just piques my interest personally. I'm still going to have to go Gas because I started collecting this set back in like 2019. So not when the World Cup was happening, but just a little bit after. And it was like one of the first sets I was collecting for Mbappe. And I just have a lot of nostalgia for this set. And just, a lot of appreciation for it too. Not to mention, Julian, I don't know if you know the last time this thing came up for sale, the non-auto.
Was it the $60,000 one?
I didn't actually look, so I was going to ask you.
There was one that sold for $63,000 or $66,000. That was the last one I saw. I think it was like 2022.
It had to have been like 21 or 22. That's
Yeah.
what was it? Was it a 10? Was it a 9?
Let me try and find it again. I had it up too. I just got out of it. Prism Gold, because I was looking. It hadn't sold for a bit.
Well, that's the point. My point is that it's really hard to find that thing. So
yeah,
I
it was a BGS 8.5 sold for 63 April 16, 2022.
Oh my gosh, a BGS 8.5?
Yeah.
Holy cow. Yeah. So I mean, in the end, like I guess you could say this is probably the first time it's came up for sale since then, like publicly.
Yeah,
and
you make a good point with the set building because like people are probably like, I haven't seen this card in 2 years.
Yeah, it's 3 years now, or 2 years, yeah, whatever it is. And I to me, it's Gas. Like any golds of marquee players on the set's Gas. And even with the price point, I mean, it seems like a lot just given what his market's doing, but at the same time, like that's a true rarity right there. You really don't see those things pop up very often at all.
Here's what I will say though, is it's a super sick card, but I would also drive home the point of the nice cards you could get of Ronaldo otherwise. I mean, his duel with Messi, like the red out of 5, I think did like 13,000. So I think this is going to reach that or pass it. And if I'm a collector, like I want a card with both the goats on it.
Yeah, makes sense. All right. That Herbert's kind of funny. The Black Disco 101. Like that's, I'm not even going to go there. But PSA 10 Black Disco Herbert 101's at $77,750 pre-buyers premium as of right now. Like once again, just how many other cards can you find that are really nice of Herbert, right? All right, this is a good one. Going to this year, honestly, I'd say that Josh Allen at this point is feeling a little bit like the Jason Tatum in the market. I don't know if that's a fair comparison to you.
Yeah, no, I think it is. It's probably 3 or 4 seasons now. He's entered the season as like an MVP favorite or like one of the top 3, and he hasn't been bad, but he hasn't been at that caliber like a Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, exactly, and he hasn't made the Super Bowl yet either. Many years of high expectations for the Bills, and still really, I would say almost nothing to show for Josh Allen in the last like 4 years, other than a lot of turnovers and obviously a lot of rushing stats and some big plays. And you could say Stephon Diggs let him down last year when he dropped that ball. I mean, yeah, he should have caught it. But where are you right now? Gas or Trash, Camo Auto of 25 PSA 10, 4,700. And let me know if you have a previous sale on this Josh Allen, maybe from last year, like going to the season or something.
So initial reaction I would say it's pretty sick just because I think a lot of his stuff the value's gone down quite a bit because people aren't expecting much. So it's one of those things where like, I think he has potential. I don't know if he's probably not going to be the MVP. He's probably not going to win a Super Bowl, but do I think he can shock people? Yes. In terms of sales, we have PSA. This is PSA 10, right? PSA 10 did 12K.
Yeah. Oh my.
January 16 earlier this year. In terms of like a couple years ago or a year ago, let's see. BGS 9.5 did 19.5 September 12th, 2022. So it's one of those things where like it could jump in price, but at the moment it seems fairly reasonable compared to his other cards. So it'd be one that I would be willing to take a risk on if I had that type of money. But yeah.
So this is what I'd say then. If he's not going to win a Super Bowl and he's not going to win an MVP, should his cards be worth this much money?
Probably not, but I think the market reacts to how well they're playing. So I think he could have a stretch where people are really impressed considering his weapons and his team, and then I could try and sell it, or someone could try and sell it. I think it's more so that than it is like MVP. So he's not going to win MVP, so it should be this certain price.
Yeah, understandable. I mean, Tom, I know you're from Buffalo. I know you're a big Josh Allen fan. I like Josh Allen as a player. Like, he seems like a really nice guy. I just think that, and his market's dropped a lot now, so at least if there's some bonus there maybe to buying it right now. But like, pressure's on for Josh Allen, honestly. Like, he's had plenty of time, plenty of expectations, plenty of like, you should be in the top quarterbacks in the league. Your team has been good enough, your defense has been good enough, you've had weapons here and there, and it just hasn't happened yet. And I understand that he's kind of going up against this immovable object in Patrick Mahomes right now, which is the issue.
Yeah.
But there's a breaking point, I feel like, where people like kind of stop paying this cream of the crop value if you're not hitting those like MVP, Super Bowl appearance, even. Like Joe Burrow's made a Super Bowl at least. You know,
Yeah.
and I know Joe Burrow still has a long way to go to solidify his values in the market. But
yeah, and I'd also say just the expectations. You this is probably like his fifth season in terms of really great output offensively for touchdowns, but it's a ton of interceptions. So you're like, okay, next season you got it. You got the touchdown aspect. You got to reduce the interceptions. Okay, then it's the next season after that. You got to focus on your interceptions. So we're getting to that point where it's so repetitive that you're expecting it this year, and he's probably not going to break the habit, which is a hard thing for fans to wrap their head around because of how good he is. And yeah, it's kind of hard to teach a dog new tricks.
yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, it definitely can happen. And I'm not saying Josh Allen doesn't have the ability to win an MVP or the ability to win a Super Bowl. I think eventually the market kind of decides that it's moving on from paying these 5-figure plus values on some of these cards. Not saying, well, this one's obviously not 5 figures yet. This was 5 figures at one point. I mean, Tom, it's possible. It's possible. No, I'm not saying
it is. This is all personal opinion. So we're not saying factually, but I can also see the argument. Say he does super well this season, and you have the card. People might be, hey, it was a one-off. He's done this consistently. The interceptions for so long. He had one good season. Like, I think it's just going to take a lot for that narrative to change more than 1 year.
Yeah, and I'd also throw in there that like Lamar Jackson, I understand, isn't the type. He doesn't have like the arm strength that Josh Allen has, all that stuff. But he's won 2 MVPs now. They haven't done it in the playoffs either. Josh Allen's probably even had. I mean, he's definitely had more playoff success than Lamar Jackson, but he has the 2 MVPs in his name. Aaron Rodgers, I've lived it my whole life. You know, Rodgers won 4 MVPs, one of the greatest throwers of the football ever, if you want to call him that. But I'll admit it, man, that was brutal watching all those years of Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs, or at least the Packers in general. Aaron Rodgers really the last few years, you know, just kind of like throw opportunities away. And like that doesn't result in you being valued like even Peyton Manning, you know, who won a Super or won. No, he won when Peyton Manning won one Super Bowl with the Broncos. I don't think, did he win with the Colts? I don't think he did.
He won with the Colts.
No, he did. No, he did. So exactly, it doesn't result in you being valued like Peyton Manning. He beat the Bears.
Yeah.
So like there's just like a difference when they rank these guys on a list. There's things that people add up to get them ranked above others, and I don't think it's gonna be there yet for Josh Allen. This card's gas, though. Honestly, I really like the design of these 2018 rookie autos, and I know normally like I'd rather stay away from a sticker and go with like a contenders, but like some of the Prism autos do look really good from some of these years in football.
I agree.
All right, cool. Plenty of time on Josh Allen there. Juan Soto, Dynasty patch autograph, number out of 10, PSA 9 with a 9 autograph. Gas or trash, Julian?
Gas, man. The Dynasty with the sweet patches, on-card autos. I mean, I can't turn down any of those unless it's like a Lance Stroll from a Formula One set. But yeah, that card's super sweet. He's a great player. I haven't looked into him too recently because I know him and Judge are both still doing pretty good. But Soto's injured, I think, at the moment.
Yeah, Soto, I'm trying to figure out if he came back already. He had that left forearm tightness. No, he did. He played the last 3 games, so he's been fully back now.
Yeah, so yeah, definitely gas. I'd take that. Great player, great card. The only thing, the downside is the jersey he's in, but I don't really think that makes that big of a difference because it's his
Definitely not a
Like
rookie.
the team he was, well, not rookie, the team that he was drafted to.
No, this is a rookie. Sir, this is a rookie patch autograph. Even better.
Yeah, right.
And not only the team that he wasn't drafted there, by the way, he's an international signee, but rookie patch autograph. He won a World Series with them. It's numbered out of 10, which is all Dynasty patch autographs of 10 or less. And these barely pop up. It's really hard to find RPAs of Acuna, of Ohtani. And I don't think he's going to get the MVP this year at this point unless Judge gets hurt and Gunnar Henderson and Bobby Witt really slow down because both those guys are on a crazy tear right now too. Super good to see young players in baseball being successful, given there's been a lot of unfortunate players not to succeed like Wander Franco. So it's awesome to see Bobby Witt and Gunnar Henderson actually doing it. But my point here is that this is so gash. This patch is disgusting. You got 2.5 stars in there or 1.5 stars in there just about. And that Yankees team is extremely impressive. I think they maybe lost tonight to the Red Sox or maybe it's still going right now. But, oh, yeah, they're down 8-3. But Aaron Judge is on
real quick, got to cut in so we can laugh at the Cubs. My sister actually went to the game today and they lost to the Cardinals.
Yeah, dude, I don't know if you've seen the stats. Let me go find this really
terrible.
quick. All right, the Cubs since April 27th have a 38% win percentage. That is the 28th best winning percentage, which means you're third to last. Runs per game, 3.5, second to last. Average, 30th, last place. Slugging percentage, 30th, last place. Average runnings and scoring position, 30th. Since the end of April, they literally have been one of the worst teams in the entire MLB.
It's sorry hilarious. For cutting in, but dude, we got to give Craig Counsell's agent, he's got to go in the Hall of Fame. I don't know how he pulled that off, but they are terrible.
I know, and a lot of Cubs fans like to blame the management for constructing the roster poorly, which I'm sure there's some truth to that. But all I was told is that give Craig Counsell a bigger payroll and watch what he can do. Well, they literally, I think, have $100 million more on their payroll this year than the Brewers. And yeah, it's not going too well over there in Wrigleyville. So I hope I don't eat these words later, but they've definitely been one of the biggest disappointments in the entire MLB this year. They're nearly in last place in the NL Central after almost half the season. So yeah, it's kind of funny watching some of these Cubs fans melt down.
Chicago baseball fans are down horrendous right now.
Yeah, pretty much. The White Sox as well. So, yeah, definitively gas on the Juan Soto. No need to second guess there. This is a massive price on this Wembanyama. I don't know how you're feeling about all these Wemby cards releasing because we know that there's a lot of Wemby cards. Oop, I lost it. A lot of Wemby cards hitting the market right now. There it is.
Yeah.
But how are we feeling Wemby's market in general? This specific card, it's at $5,000 pre-buyer's premium, jersey number 1 out of 10, select gold flash, which I think is like a retail hit maybe.
Yeah, the thing with that is I remember making a post about one of these cards. There's too many gold iterations. I think this is 4 for select. So I can't. That's a pass. Trash. Definitely trash for me. He's a great player. Don't get me wrong. A, there's a lot of cards entering the market, and B, gold flash. Nah, give me a break, please.
I think it's going to be super difficult to figure out Wemby's market in his career because you're battling this game of Wemby is legitimately a generational player. There's no doubt about that. Barring please everyone, we hope he stays healthy. Barring major injury, it's really hard to see him not becoming a top 25 player all time, pretty easily. Just looking at his rookie year output, when he wasn't even that good for the first 2 months, he had an absolutely unbelievable end of the year or even second half of the year. And also, yeah, I do agree. This is a great image on here, though. This mezzanine specifically, I'm not talking about the gold flash, but this card looks really good. It's really zoomed in and stuff. But point is that we're going to be battling like this. This guy's could be potentially one of the best ever, but also there's a billion cards printed of him.
Dude, yeah. So I just looked up the checklist to see how many out of 10s there are out of like all iterations. There's 7.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's crazy. So that's the first thing that comes to mind when I see a card like this. It could be a sweet card, but I'm just like, there are so many different iterations that I can't get behind it.
Yeah, that's understandable. I mean, I can't either. I personally give me the Bowman Chrome first auto PSA 10 all day for that price. That's about how much Bowman Chrome auto PSA 10 stuff for. I understand it's not a Spurs jersey, but hey, you got to at least take into account what it is. Like, dude, on-card autograph, the first logo is important. It has been for a long time, and it's a high-grade card. This, on the other hand, raw, flash, 4 different levels and select, 7 different gold variations. Like, what I'm saying? Wait, is that 7 different gold parallels?
No. It just said there. I think 4 of them are golds. There's some out of 10s that aren't even golds.
Wait, Julian, but I'm trying to tell you is apply that over all the different levels. He's got cards in like 3 or 4 different levels.
Oh, yeah. So then it's more.
You know what I'm saying? So it's probably like nearly 200 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I'm out. For those reasons, I'm out. That's my Shark Tank pitch.
Me too. I'm out on most pitches.
Man, I love that Volpe Superfractor. That's straight gas. No need to debate that. It's a sick card. Ale is in good hands at the shortstop position with the young players. Volpe, Witt, Gunnar Henderson, a lot of talent there. This one I need to bring up though. Justin Jefferson, PSA 10 gold patch autograph, gas or trash. This currently sits higher than what it sold for earlier in the year before his contract extension. It sold for around $3,000 some dollars. Now it's already over $3,500 after the buyer's premium. What do we think, Julian? Gas or trash on this thing? It's got a nice logo in there.
Nice logo, nice card, great player. And people, once again, this is not about the player, it's about the card. And I love Justin Jefferson. Just signed, reset the wide receiver market once again, which I feel like every position now is just getting higher and higher, climbing up. But it's not in a QB for that team. It's just not. And I can't see his card sustaining this value or going up, despite how good he is, because he could pull off some amazing catches, but the QB still has to put it in the vicinity. And I'm not a JJ McCarthy fan. Sam Darnold was the 49ers backup last year. I'd be pretty disappointed as a Minnesota fan with they have the team that they've created, and then that's the QBs they've got. I just think that's really risky.
Yeah, I mean, I was just hearing that JJ McCarthy is solidly the backup at this point. I don't even think there's actually a QB competition necessarily going on to start the year. Yeah, obviously. I mean, I think that there's just articles releasing that. Obviously, stuff can change as the year goes on. If Darnold drops 3, 4, 5 stinkers in a row, then obviously you're going to hear the loud banging of the drums for JJ McCarthy. But at the same time, Justin Jefferson just got paid. He's not playing in a contract year at this moment, as we know. And he's got a new offense with a new quarterback, which I'd say is less than solid. So I would be concerned holding Justin Jefferson cards into this season, not necessarily saying you shouldn't hold them up to the start of the season. But either way, I mean, you can see what this contract is doing for his market as this card has already increased from where it was at back in January, I think. But yeah, man, I'm out on buying Justin Jefferson. I'm a Packers fan, and Jerry Alexander owns him. So there we go.
Funny. And I would love nothing more than Sam Darnold to just pop off.
I would absolutely hate that. I'd hate that. So
I know you as a Packers fan for the division, but I would love that. That'd be so crazy. Now, I don't really think that's realistic. I think he's had so many opportunities. So, but let's see. That would be really funny though if that happened.
Yeah, Sam Darnold is definitely a curious case when it comes to his standing in the football world, being drafted super high, and then the Jets is just one of the worst situations to land in.
And the Panthers, not great.
Yeah, not great either. That was a really weird thing going on too with Baker on that team. I feel like there's no trust in that team in general. So yeah,
who knows? Maybe sitting behind the GOAT Brock Purdy might have propelled his play to crazy levels.
As Julian says, the next Tom Brady, Brock Purdy.
The next Tom Brady. In 20 years, it's gonna be the roast to Brock Purdy. You heard it here first.
Oh my gosh. I need to make sure I get my weekly bid in on Christian Yelich cards, although I'm getting outbid. How is that possible? Who else? Honestly, his cards are popping off right now, so makes sense, I guess. He's been an
You got too
amazing
many.
player.
Maybe you should look into moving
I
across.
already actually have been doing that. Don't worry. As I'm starting with the non-Brewers ones because I got a lot of different Marlins ones, and
There you go.
his Marlins stuff is doing quite well right now. I have to say, I've been looking into it and pretty happy with how the market is starting to respect the Brewer legend himself, Christian Yelich. He should be an All-Star this year. He will be an All-Star this year. He should start in the All-Star game. I worry with him missing a couple weeks. People are gonna not see his name on the leaderboard as they should, as he might not qualify until after All-Star voting is done. But yeah, he's amazing. He actually would lead the league in average right now if he qualified for.
All I need is a Bryce Turing All-Star bid. That's all I need.
Bryce Turing has been slid in by some people as the backup second base in the All-Star game, which I really hope happens. But he has been in a little bit of a slide offensively recently. He's dropped from 305 to about 287. But hey, that's still super good, and his defense is second to none. So hopefully he can also get his All-Star bid. Yes. Yeah, Darnold was good at USC. All right, here we go. Caitlin Clark, red auto, now up to like $3,000. Go Hawks inscription, PSA 1010, just beat the Sky today at 23 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists. They now have more wins than the Chicago Sky. And this is coming from a team that was absolutely terrible last year and even terrible to start the season. They now have more wins than the Sky.
Yeah, I'm from Chicago. I mean, the Chicago Sky are such a poverty franchise. But great win for the Fever. I'm rooting for Caitlin Clark, but give me this card any day. I love the inscriptions. Any cards with inscriptions. Super clean card. Big Bowman University fan. So, yeah, I would take this 100%. I love these cards, the sharpshooters. I even have one. Not of Caitlin Clark, I wish. But, yeah, give me that. Give me those any day.
Yeah, that card is absolutely sick. I really am a huge fan of that card. I wish I could go and buy that right now. I have a hard time buying it given all the hype around her right now, and I think that there is a lot of interest still in the market for her card stay as experienced right here. I think there were a lot of haters out there that thought that this wasn't going to last. That
still some haters too.
that I'm speaking specifically of the card market. You know that her peak was at Iowa, and yeah, sure, that might be her relative peak, meaning like will she go and set the all-time record for points in a WNBA career? Maybe not. But at the same time, like her relevancy right now is possibly even greater than ever. And Angel Reese needs to rethink about things, because if you're going to go out there and just club someone in the head and not even get close to the ball and complain that she has a favorable whistle, I think you need to watch the tape back.
Yeah, it's not even the play itself. It's just she keeps running her mouth. Like people wouldn't dislike you as much if you're like, okay, yeah, it looked, you were trying to make a play on the ball, it might have looked bad. Like, okay, leave it at that. Dude, I feel like every game now I go on to social media and it's like, oh, it's they're all against me or like something like that. I'm like, do you see the stuff you say?
And the other thing too is it's like everyone knows watching basketball, intent and what happens is not always the same thing. I'm not even saying that she meant to like just club Caitlin Clark in the head.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like she's trying to have a dirty play, but it's by definition it's a flagrant one. It just is. So like they got the right call. So why complain? You just sound like a sore loser at that point. And they lost again to the Fever. So yeah, of course it is. I currently am slinging some bids in there. I hope that you all are giving the auction a look too. There's currently 2 minutes left until extended bidding. The first round closes. I'm not going to win anything after the first round right away. I'm in the lead in some cards right now. Julian, how you looking over there?
Good. I'm holding off on the bids just yet because everything's green right now. So
yeah, my stuff wasn't, so I had to get the bids in there to make it at least get over to the next round. I'm definitely this is some good stuff tonight. So I'm really trying to weigh my options and what I take a stab at. But some of these cards I know
go for all of them.
Just full bore, right? What's your thoughts on the strategy of just getting in the lead right away after this first window? You're concerned that?
No, I'm iffy about it because in my head I just picture a ton of other people sitting at their computers watching the price, so I don't want to give away my strategy. But then at the same time, if it's a card you really like, you can go in like hard, and then if someone keeps bidding, then they'll be like, okay, this guy's probably pretty high, and I'm gonna get out. So it's pros and cons. I just kind of like waiting.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I'm going in on one of these early. It already extended. We'll see if I get in the lead here. Tonight could end up being maybe a little bit more expensive night than I first anticipated. But goes that way sometimes.
Black cards got unlimited. You can spend as much as you want.
That's definitely not true, but definitely a little bit of spending within the means here tonight. We'll see what happens. Julian, I know that I know there's a card you need to add to your collection right now, and you can go ahead and drop a bid. I know no one else is going to outbid you on it. So,
man, we haven't started the Hoobie buying segment yet. Where are you pulling these up?
Oh, all right.
No, like that. No, that wasn't part of it. But I'm just saying, like, that should be into it. Like the Hoobie buying segment is later, so you can bring that one back up. But oh my gosh,
yeah, we'll go revisit it later.
Man, I even went to a Sky game. I liked this guy before. This team now is just. Oh, jeez.
It's just too much.
It's just
all right. So the first window has officially closed. Second window is here. We're gonna do one more gas or trash, I think, possibly, maybe not. I don't know. Now I'm a little bit locked in because I got
it's hard.
I got 8 bids going now. I think I'm outbid on a few too. I'm high bid on 8 cards. I'm outbid on am I showing it right now? Oh, no, I'm not. I'm outbid on a few that I was considering winning, but I'm not sure. This is always the opening windows are always the toughest because I feel like it's the point where you're like, oh, yeah, that's going to move on, and then some of them just don't.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, shoot. All right, let's get back to the discussion here. I'm going to let some of these bids see how they fall, and then we'll go from there. I think I'm winning in 9 auctions now. I think I have my group of cards I'm going to try to win. We'll go from there. All right. Let's see here. Oh, this is a good one. This one already sold. We'll end it here after this, and we'll move on with the rest of the episode. Gas or trash, Russell Westbrook, Select, Black, Finite, Patch Autograph, 1 of 1. $1,600 is sold for.
Yeah. Is it game worn?
And Julian's like, that's all I need.
I need the specifics here. But it's tough for me because I really like Russell Westbrook, but
it is game worn. There you go, Panini. Nice.
That makes it tougher. But for me, when it's like a player like Russell Westbrook, if it's outside of like an OKC uniform, I'd probably pass. For those players where it's like they're synonymous with a certain team, it's just tough for me to get on board with buying a card. Unless I'm like a huge Russell Westbrook fan, like collector, I'd probably have to pass on that.
Understandable. I think I'd have to as well. There's our Gunnar Henderson Purple Sapphire Op 10 BGS 9. It's already over $900. The last raw sold for $720. I really like the card, but I feel like at this moment there's so much hype there, which is for a really good reason. Any sort of stumble, anything like that in the season slump could negatively affect prices sometimes pretty easily if they rise a lot. So there's a ton.
Yeah, I was going to say there's like a Gunnar Henderson's big collector that is just unloading.
Yeah, there is a lot of Gunnar Henderson ending tonight. So if you are looking to add a rare Gunnar Henderson, it might be the night. Given there's so many options, you might be able to find one that maybe someone isn't looking at. But there's a lot of Gunnar Hendersons ending, even if I think 3 of the 4, if not all 4, Sapphire Gold BGS 95s are ending. There's only 50 of them, so there's like a lot of options here. There's also Super Fractor Jason Dominguez, which is kind of cool. But this, and also one other thing that there's a lot of stuff ending in contenders cracked ice cards of Peyton Manning, Aaron Rodgers, Andrew Luck. A lot of players like that have got cracked ice ending tonight. Not autographs, but they're veteran tickets. And this is the first time they ever made cracked ice cards was in 2012 contenders. And the Peyton Manning PSA 10 Pop 2 is at $500 pre-buyer's premium. So that's a huge card for not being autographed. It's just a really important card in general. So pretty cool one right there. All right, Julian, pretty soon here after this window closes, I think we're going to throw it over to your who we buying, and I will start to get on a giveaway as well.
All right. So
I'm just
like right this moment, or
no, not right. Once this round ends.
Okay.
If you can hold your horses.
I can. There's some nice Hoobie buying cards.
Some classified nice Hoobie buying cards. I expect to at least come away with one win here out of this window. There's definitely a card I'm buying, which I'm like, now I'm like, maybe like, why am I buying this? But
Second guessing.
Yeah, a little bit. We'll see though. We'll see. Could end up well. There's a really nice Paige Becker's orange shimmer there, which we love. Paige, absolute baller. There's also a Caitlin Clark PSI 8 orange shimmer ending. Dude, I remember back when Prism World Cup first released the mangas, however you pronounce it.
Manga, yeah.
Dude, I pulled a Christian Pulisic on like the first day of release day. Like
I remember that.
And do you remember how rare they were in like Prism football?
I remember we were texting. You're like, I think it's pretty rare, and then we're like, is it rare? Because I pulled it like really early on, and then you're like, yeah, it is really rare.
Yeah, because they were like 1 in 10 cases in football, NFL, and then in soccer they were like 1 per case, so they ended up being not nearly as rare. Dude, I just want a lot of these items right here. I want a lot of the items. I've got a couple more I'm still bidding on. We'll see if I end up getting the dubs there too. But how are you looking? You bidding anything yet, or are they all still moving on without
bidding somewhere? We're facing competition as we typically do. So
yeah, there's definitely some stiff competition per usual. All right, if you can handle the multi responsibilities at one time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to miss cards. It's almost a guarantee, but the dedication to the Hoobie buying segment.
Okay. Let me know when you're ready to go, and we'll start going.
Yes. First one, already sold. On the topic of Victor Wembanyama. So Victor Wembanyama 2023 Select Jumbo, just patch.
Select Jumbo, just patch.
Yeah, not auto.
The way you said that is just so funny. Oh my gosh, what? I didn't even see those ending tonight.
Okay. We got a patch from Dick's Sporting Goods in the select card.
Not confirmed.
Not confirmed, but I can't confirm it's not game used or associated on the back. So yeah, man, this type of stuff frustrates me. Can't be a Hoobie buying segment without throwing one of these in there. Make sure you guys do your research. Look at the cards. I'd much rather have a non-patch, non-auto card than a patch card with some random jersey in it that's taken off the shelves at Dick's Sporting Goods. Just saying.
Not confirmed once again. No, I mean, obviously there's definitely some interesting stuff going on with the memorabilia in the market today. And, Panini has gotten some more game use stuff out there, which is witnessed by the Russell Westbrook, but the rookie stuff specifically, like, what is this? I mean, to not have a rookie patch at least be event worn. Well, honestly, I don't even know how much interaction Wemby even had with Panini.
Yeah, that's probably why.
No, actually, if you think about it, his Fanatics contract came so early. Did he ever even go to the premiere photo shoot? You know how they had him with that curtain with the is that a Photoshop jersey? Like, he might not even have been at the Photoshop or the photo shoot. So at this point, you were kind of I was like, hey guys, don't take him too seriously. This Dick's Sporting Goods stuff. But you're like, actually though, like, did he ever? Was he even ever in like 10 feet of this jersey? 50 feet? Like, not even touching it,
He was probably in San Antonio, and that was in like Maine or something.
Well, honestly, their production facilities in Dallas, I think, or at least they're located in Dallas, I think. But still though, kind of crazy.
Very, very crazy.
All right, good. I approve of your first one.
What's up next? The next one's even crazier. We have a Luka Doncic 2018 Select Base PSA 10.
Is this the court side?
Yes.
Those are kind of. Oh, I gotta go find it.
It's sold. $1,020.
There we go.
Okay. You're probably gonna say something about like how this card is rare or something, but if you're paying this much amount of money for a base card these days, just because it's a PSA 10, man, I can't get behind. I can't.
Technically, it is a lot more rare. It is still a base card, but it is a ton more rare than any other base card. It's a Pop 252 for PSA 10.
I can't accept that argument. I'm sorry.
I mean, all I'm saying is it's like 1% of the population of the Prism-based PSA 10. So it, like, to me, this is at least like you can argue your way to wanting to buy this card. The courtside of him actually, I think, is like, yeah, it is basically 1% of the population. The courtside rookie is like one of his best rookie cards. For like it, just like purely like what it is. Obviously, I'm not saying this was what you should be spending $1,000 on, but at the same time, I can at least play some devil's advocate here versus normally it's hard to. But
Aaron, did you buy this?
I didn't buy it. No, why would I buy that?
I don't know.
No, I wouldn't buy that. But I'm just trying to say it is a lot more rare. Technically, still a base card, courtside zone back in 2018.
It's a base card PSA 10. So you can't take a pile of poop and then say it's a super rare pile of poop and then pay more for it. You get me? Like
you're crazy.
It's not how that works.
I'll accept that argument. That's fine. I just got a bid in last second on one of these giveaways. I'm hoping I get the dub on this one. Actually, a pretty cool card. I hope you all would be excited about it. It's one of Julian's all-time favorite sets. I'll say that.
Oops. Oh boy, I need to create an account.
I just accidentally exited out of the wrong thing.
That's all fun. Right. Next up, I'm throwing in a couple bids. I'm doing pretty good with the multitasking so far.
Yeah. Go ahead. What's up next?
Next up. What do we got? Oh, okay. We got a Drake May 2023 Leaf Eclectic Valiant.
Drake May?
Eclectic.
Ooh.
So, I mean, come on. Like, there are some nice Bowman cards that you can get for this price. His stuff is not nearly as expensive as you would think. Doing some research. I mean, base auto PSA 9, $100. Like an orange shimmer non-auto, 125. Like, I don't know. If you're going with a leaf card of Drake May, I think you should probably reevaluate the like what type of Drake May cards you want, because I think there's so much better types of cards, and this card is only going to drop in value.
Yeah, I mean, I don't exactly know at what point what Bowman auto you can get of Drake May. Obviously, he is a Fanatics athlete, so you won't be having any of your, whatever you have it, Panini, Prism auto. But I can tell you right now, you can at least get a first Bowman auto PSA 9 base of him for $100, and so if for the same price, some of you might argue, oh, well, this is out of 9. Well, in the end, like, Leaf cards are rather irrelevant overall, I'd say. The only Leaf cards that are relevant are if they have signers that you can't have elsewhere. And that's exactly why there's certain Topps cards this summer that come out through non-licensed football and basketball sets will be relevant versus other sets. Now, yeah, I don't particularly like non-licensed cards, but I will say, if you're opening a box, I don't know how much it's going to cost yet, but if it is something in a reasonable range and you can pull Tom Brady autos, CJ Stroud autos, like LeBron autos, these players you can't get elsewhere, there's value to it for that reason. And Drake May's autograph can be had in many different Bowman sets right now. So the value proposition is kind of gone. Excuse me, not there. It's gone.
Agreed. All right. And then to round it off, the worst looking card, we have a CJ Stroud 2023 Illusions Funkadelic.
Oh my, I don't even know what this is going to look like right now.
Oh man. Hurts my eyes.
Why can't I find it?
It's sold.
Was it tonight?
Yeah. Does it matter because there's like C dot?
Yeah, it does. They had it listed a couple different ways. Oh, there you go.
Oh, man. Dude, it looks
that
like I don't know what it looks like. So A, there's way too much going on in the background. B, you can't really read the text and everything from far because there's so much going on in the background. Yeah, it's I would reference a certain Stephen A. Smith. This is what it reminds me of.
Yeah, pretty crazy card. But hey, PSA 10 pop 10. So I guess I don't even know like necessarily about Illusions football, so can't really comment on the rarity personally myself. But yeah, not one for me. I was gonna say funky. Oh, whoops.
It does look funky.
I keep on accidentally unsharing the screen. Apologies about that, everyone. Speaking of though, who be buying? How about Wander Franco cards?
That was on my list. I was like, I don't think people want to keep hearing about Wander Franco, but dude, like, I really want to meet one of these buyers.
At this point, why? Like,
what is the newest? information on Wander Franco? Is he like escaped the country or something? Like,
Yeah, the newest information I think is that Wander Franco is no more in the United States or in the MLB. So,
jeez.
This is a pretty wild card right here. Honestly, this is a Mantle I don't want to say reissue, I guess, in 2006 Topps Chrome. It's a 52. Gold refractor numbered 52 is nearly at $4,000. There are a lot of reprints that I think Topps did in the past that were 52 base, like 52 design cards, and gold refractors, but they weren't numbered. So all I'd say is that definitely, like, if you're just looking around there in the market, yeah, like this one. It does look different. The background is different. This was a reprint issued in 2008. It's a $150 card. It's not zero, obviously 150 something, but it sure as heck is not $4,000 numbered out of 52. So just be careful. No news, extended his leave from the Rays.
Yeah, extended his leave.
I'd say maybe for forever.
Yeah. Hey guys, I'm not gonna be back for another month. Let's push it back.
Vinny, you missed all the Cubs talk we had about you guys having the worst.
Vinny, go off.
I was just gonna say, Vinny, the worst OPS, the worst average, the worst runs scored since April 27th, and the third worst record winning percentage since April 27th. How are we feeling about Craig Counsell down there in Chicago, Atlanta? Vinny, let me know.
Hey man, if the Cubs are trying to break the record for coaching salary again, I'm taking applications.
Let me tell you this. Let's go and look at the payroll for 2024 across MLB. High to low. You have the Mets in number 1, who also are not very good, but at least they're 2 games out of playoff spot. The Yankees at number 2, the Astros at 3, Phillies at 4, Rangers at 5, Braves at 6, Dodgers at 7, and there you have Chicago Cubs at 8 with $225 million paid this year. And you have the Brewers at $107 million, a full $118 million less than the Chicago Cubs. And even the Pirates are at $85 million and have like the same record as the Cubs. The Reds are at $101 million. And even the Cardinals are at 12 with 176 and still a better record than the Cubs. All right. I'm down for the night now. All right. So now that Julian has finished his Hoobie buying, we have made the point in the auction to where, number 1, I have won the giveaway. So I was very on top of that tonight. Got a really nice win, I want to say. Oh, man. Wait, really quickly. How much is that Keontae George at? Bro, what?
Is that 7? Oh my,
$7,250. Bro, Miguel Amaya might be the worst MLB player right now. Vinny, you might need Ballesteros like tomorrow. Keontae George averaged 13 a game as I think he's 19 years old this year, or 20 years old, 19, 20 years old for the Jazz. Which, don't get me wrong, that's great. He played 27 minutes a game. He had 4.4 assists. That's all great. I don't watch Jazz basketball. Maybe people are going to call me dumb. But I got to say, nearly $10,000 for a gold rookie PSA 10 of a guy who is not seemingly one of the top 10 young players in the NBA seems like a lot of money. But I could be wrong, and gold prisms oftentimes sell for just tons of money when players pop off and go crazy. So could end up being a good buy. Also, how about Conor McGregor, Julian?
Dude, this guy needs to retire. I'm sorry. He's got it. He had his moment in the UFC. I don't know if he actually had an injury or what. You never know with that type of stuff. But I think the first time Chandler called him out, it was 2021 or 2022.
It's probably right after he broke his leg.
Yeah, so it's getting to the point where it's like, okay, people just don't really care as much because it's been so long waiting. Yeah, I just, if it comes back, the hype will be there. I don't know how good the fight will actually be, but yeah, it's a shame because he was so good and people loved watching him, and it's kind of gone downhill pretty fast the past couple of years. But yeah, maybe we will see it, but no promises at this point.
Yeah, and you saw who replaced that fight, right? You saw my text.
It was
Pereira and
Pereira, yeah,
Proscheka or whatever you say his name.
Yeah,
that should be a really good fight. Pereira wasn't even touched against Jamal Hill, so
I saw something that said Pereira has to lose 22 pounds in 3 weeks or something like that.
Oh yeah, because he wants to fight at the lower weight class, right, or whatever.
Yeah, which is like, dude, you're going to be eating like nothing for multiple days on end to lose that much weight.
Right. All right. Now that we got through Julian's Hoobie bind, highlight a couple more cards. time to share not only the giveaway, but some cards I won here. So the giveaway for the night is going to be this Riley Green Stella Nova, Julian's favorite baseball set he's opened, at least one of his favorites. Topps Chrome Cosmic, Riley Green, Stella Nova, rookie, short print. These were one per case about around there. Riley Green, I think, is actually having a pretty decent year. 252 average, 14 home runs. Definitely a solid year. I think the Tigers are actually doing a lot better than a lot of people expected. 22nd in the MLB and OPS. So let's be honest, guys. A case hit at $15 being given away here. Not bad at all. So we hope you all enjoy this giveaway. It's going to happen at the end of the episode, probably launching the giveaway around 10 o'clock Central Time, 11 Eastern Time. But now it's time to share the different winnings that I was able to snag tonight. I am thrilled about this one. These are really hard to hit. Sapphire Selections, yeah. Gunnar Henderson. I think there was a higher grade one in this auction, but I went after the lowest graded one because, like I said, there was a lot of Gunners available tonight.
There was a gold too.
There was. Was there?
Yeah, nice one too. I probably went for kind of cheap, but that only helped your case for buying this card.
Oh yeah, I went for $300. That actually is a pretty good deal. I probably should have looked at that one. I forgot about that in here. So I felt good about this. $25 for a Sapphire Selections Gunnar Henderson. He's an absolute beast. It's really hard to get in on the Gunnar Henderson market right now because stuff is so expensive. But I'm really happy with the $25 on that, and I think it did fly underneath the radar with the amount of really good Gunners ending tonight. Got a nice deal on a more affordable one. I had to pick up the Tony Hawk first pitch refractor PSA 10. I don't know if you saw this, Julian.
That's funny.
So they brought back the first pitch set this year in Series 2, and you saw ones of like Mallory Swanson, of Wemby, of CJ Stroud, but Tony Hawk back in 2016 in that Chrome refractor. I'm really happy the PSA 10 for $26. A lot of these cards will be brought to the National, by the way. Corbin Burns, purple refractor autograph for $26, and green shimmer auto for $44. I gotta say, these were like the prices that his cards were at when he was in Milwaukee, which I love my Brewers. I gotta say, a lot of nice deals of your Brewers collector. The cards just don't sell for as much money as other teams that have those top 10 payrolls. But guess what? Now he's on the Orioles. Now he's top 5 in ERA. Now he's going to be one of the best pitchers coming the postseason. And I think those are great deals. I even had to get on the Bryson Stott action, who has a lot of hype, well known by everyone for his viral home run after the AOAOK song or whatever. I don't even know what the name of that song is. But yeah, Bryson Stott for $55 from Platinum. Love that set. Had to get that. Had to get on the John Cena action. I mean, you tell me, but
dude, that's
Matt Relic, Matt Relic auto at 50 of John Cena for $76. Feeling kind of nice at that. All right. And I had to pick up a white whale, which is what the actual name of these cards are. It says printing plate, but I got to tell you all before, printing plates had bad stigmas. Printing plates used to be sick in triple threads. They're called white whales. Everyone wanted the white whales when there used to be no national treasures, no immaculate, no this, no that. Triple threads, white whales were the cards to chase back in the 2010s or late or middle 2000s, 2010, whatever year you want to call it. And I got to say, Matt Ryan had a really good overall career. He made a Super Bowl. Probably should have won a Super Bowl. Are we that far off from Josh Allen being in the ending career of Matt Ryan range? I'm just saying.
I mean, you could make the argument Matt Ryan is ahead of Josh Allen if his career continues the way it is.
I'm just saying, Matt Ryan, I have to look at all-time statistics.
Matt Ryan won an MVP.
He did win an MVP. He had 63,000 yards, 383 touchdowns, to 183 interceptions as a that is a 2 touchdown interception ratio, just over 2. And Josh Allen currently sits at a I think it's nearly around a 2 as well. So they're pretty much on a similar career trajectory from a passing standpoint right now. But Allen's a better rusher than we know that. We know that Allen's a different rusher than Matt Ryan. All I'm saying is $228 for a really nice Matt Ryan rookie patch autograph 1-of-1. That's all I'm saying. I
think that's goodbye.
Tom, I'm agreeing with you. I'm not saying that Matt Ryan is better than Josh Allen is.
We're really offending Tom with this Josh Allen debate.
All I'm saying is that even if Josh Allen ends marginally better than Matt Ryan and gets one MVP and gets to the Super Bowl but loses, from where his prices are right now, it's hard to justify them, especially playing in an AFC that has so many good quarterbacks where anyone can get hot any given year, or Patrick Mahomes might win 5 of the next 6 Super Bowls, which would make me sad. But you know what I'm saying? I like the buy. That's all I'm saying.
Tom, all I gotta say is Mitch Trubisky's better. So
Then who? Josh Allen?
Josh Allen. No, I'm just
that was,
kidding.
I was gonna say, are you okay?
Yeah.
And then I couldn't let it go. Jackson Churio has been amazing recently. He's been really good in June. He's got like a 900 OPS, over 300 average. He's had some clutch hits. He's really making stuff happen for the crew right now. And I got that for $300. The Atomic Auto out 25 from 2022, Bowman's Best. The same year that his first Bowman auto released, but which is good. It's a good thing to have that. But it's not first Bowman, but it's out 25. Nice, pretty affordable value there at 300 overall. I think that this has sold up to like 600 as a PSA 10. Not saying it was an absolute deal for the Atomic, but I feel good at 300 for a raw that maybe I can grade and get a little bit more value out of. Looks to be on the condition report, nothing too wrong with it. So hopefully that's the case with the card. Looks like some people are really liking my Matt Ryan buy. I was a little this was the one I was like, did I really just bid on that? Oh, also I completely botched this. This isn't a rookie. So that definitely doesn't make me feel nearly as good right now. Not a rookie. It's a 2009, still a cool card. Will I even get this much out someday? Maybe not, but I like it. So there we go. Make sure you read the year. If you've been on like 30 cards at one time, you might miss if something's a rookie or not. I was going to say, it felt like that was kind of low for a rookie, but at the same time, I think it's probably a little bit in line with just what is like white whale patch autographs are selling for. It can't be too far off. Let's go see if I should be really sad or not. I mean, it pretty much matches like what one just sold for, or the last one sold for, I should say. So not can't be too upset with that. Looks like I only paid up $40 over raw or something like that, or 50. Not too bad. Not too bad. I got some good deals on the other end. We'll say that. Julian, how are you looking over there?
We got one, and I think it's just gonna be one on the night. I'm very happy
What do
about
you
that.
get?
Frank Gore Jr. red auto.
Oh,
PSA 9 for $62.
so he's
on the
he
bill.
on the Bills? Okay, so here we go. How about this?
Which is a team where like you got Cook, and then there's not much behind him, so you don't know. Like he might get some reps, he might not. I think $60 for a true red first is an insane steal. Just looking at some sales history, like a red sapphire at a 5 non-auto SEC 95 did $100 end of May. Like there's some like his stuff isn't too expensive, but I think for a true red, sneaky pickup there.
Definitely. The other thing I have to say about Matt Ryan is I've been considering this for a while, and maybe this gets my jump in this, although I need to figure out how much money I'm willing to spend on my collection because I tend to go pretty hard. Just saying. I love the 2008 to 2014 Topps football sets. I collected a ton, 2015 even, and that Matt Ryan would be my first win here of that range. I was trying to buy a couple others, I failed in it, but the Matt Ryan falls into that category. So it still will be available at the National. Maybe trade for some other Chrome cards from that era, but yeah, fun one nonetheless. I love triple threads back in the day. And I gotta give a shout out to this card. I did not end up going for this. It would have sold for over $1,000 if I was in on it, just given that we've had a bid again. But this Hank Aaron 1-1 patch autograph, game use patch from the Brewers jersey. You do not find many cards like this. Julian pointed out to me, super nice card from Luminaries 2018. Hank Aaron obviously passed away a couple years ago, and just love everything about Hank Aaron and not only his baseball play, but even who he was as a person. And how he, brought World Series to Milwaukee, even though it doesn't count for the Brewers. He still won it in Milwaukee and finished his career with the Brewers, which is awesome. His numbers retired here. And $1,000 for this card, I think, is an absolute deal. I think it's an amazing card. I wish I kind of went for it, but at the same time, I have my eyes on some other cards that involve Hank Aaron that maybe I get. We'll see. I'm not sure. But fun one nonetheless, and congrats to whoever picked that for their collection because I love that one. Super awesome. Ray Davis. Do you know who Ray Davis is with the Bills?
I looked him up. He played at 3 schools, unsurprisingly, like most players. Was at Kentucky, I think, most recent year. Had like 1,000 rushing yards. Hey, all I gotta say is if you're the son of Frank Gore, like anything can happen. That dude was like in the league for so long. You never know what he's teaching his kids. So,
bro, the genes are run strong. He might have a 20-year career. I'm just kidding, not 20 years, but he definitely had a long career, Frank Gore. So, SCP. I outbid you on the Churio. Will he make a comeback? Not only will he make a comeback, he already is making a comeback. Go look at his splits. If you go look at Baseball Reference, the best baseball statistic page, along with Fangraphs, I just like how Baseball Reference looks a little bit more, but Fangraphs has way more info. If you go look at his splits, I'm gonna go pull it up right now and get down to the months. In June, he's got a 937 OPS, a 313 bang average, 2 home runs. He has a stolen base and 5 walks. We are literally 11 games into this month, and all those counting stats beat what he did in May, and his OPS is nearly 400 points higher than what it was in May. So Jackson Chourio massively turning his season around his rookie season, and if he stays on this pace, while I know that there's candidates in the NL who are really good already in the Rookie of the Year race, even Joey Ortiz for the Brewers, Mason Wynn, Imanaga for the Cubs, I think Chourio can get his name into that category. He's going to have this production many more months than just one or just 11 games, but he's on the right track right now. Varden, no cards for me tonight, but snagging my national VIP pass. It's good to hear. Varden, please come up to the Slab Stocks booth and say hi. We have
technically that's a card, like card kind of pass card.
True. So yeah, nice snag there. We are officially at 10 o'clock. So how about we get that Riley Green giveaway going here, everyone? I just dropped the line. That is where you go to join the giveaway. Put a number 1 in the chat. If you just put a number 1 and a number 1 only, you can get entered to win. Don't put any words after it. Follow Varden. Varden did the right thing. Varden wins a lot. I might need to guess Varden every single week. I keep on saying
Varden.
that.
He's not gonna.
That's true. That's true, Varden. I don't know if I can do that to you, man. I think that's like actually bullying if I pick your name every week. No, it's a nice one. I think it's Riley Green's a really cool giveaway. I love the set. Julian loves the set, and we know it's a case hit, and he's playing well, man. Honestly, Riley Green, if he was on the Tigers, pretty low hype fan base right now. Well, not fan base necessarily, perception of the team. They've been bad for a lot of years in a row now. I think his cards will be worth a lot more. Thank you, Varden. Yeah, get those number 1s in everyone.
Tom said put a 1 in the chat. I can't not listen to Tom.
Tom's trying to talk you into bad things here. Do you see that? Do you see that R9 that has ending tonight?
Yes, I think I did. Right,
the rookie.
I think so. It's high. It was like a higher price, wasn't it? Like pretty expensive.
Dude, it was like 20 grand or something like that.
Yeah. R9. Speaking of Brazil legends, Ronaldinho had a little bit of a interesting tweet, which was hilarious to me. He totally should have gone with the "I was hacked" because you can't prove that. He went with the I just want attention to be on the team, dude. Like Ronaldinho, man, what are you doing?
Yeah, dude. When that stuff released, I was like, this is one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. Like, everyone can kind of feel that way. Like, this team is worse than we've had in the past. I know that he's a player and he's one of the best Brazilian players of all time, which is a different story. But that means even more. Like, do you really want to just like talk down all the players in your team, like going into like a major international tournament, their biggest outside of the World Cup? It's so ridiculous. And then, he comes and he's like, actually, just kidding. He's like, I just want to motivate the guys. It's like, I don't think so. I think everyone got on you.
He doesn't have a PR team. That they would not have advised him to say a comment like that, to redeem himself. But
seriously,
yeah, I mean, even if they're like a top 3 team in the world, if the legend of your country says something bad about your team, like the amount of guys that idolize Ronaldinho, like if you want them to play bad, then say that. Like, even if they're playing well and you like the team and you say something bad about them and you're like respected among the community, dude, like he might have single-handedly set them up for failure.
Yeah, exactly. I totally agree. Also, what in the world am I looking at here?
Oh, that's a J card.
Heritage Relics, American Monuments, the USS Constitution. I want to see what it says on this card. Authentic USS Constitution wood. No way.
Dude, that's sick.
The wood was removed from the USS Constitution during normal maintenance, repair, and overhaul in 1973. Dude, that card's kind of dope. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's pretty cheap too.
I think it might have just sold. Maybe it didn't. But yeah, that's sick. So we are in the 1 minute windows. We have hit 10:04, so I'm going to be closing off the giveaway here. There's some pretty good odds to win the giveaway tonight, everyone, which means I have good odds to guess the right person or to pick someone who's going to lose. Whatever way you look at it. Do you hear me? I said pick someone who's going to lose.
Yeah, that's really, more likely.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let's see. Let me get this list together. Oh, yeah, I got good odds here. This is some good odds, everyone. I think there's 16 people here, so or 16 people in on this.
Well, you would not guess it.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Speaking of Jackson Cherry, I really want to get my hands on some of those Series 2 SPs, but the condition's pretty sensitive on those. And I think that the ones that are high grades are going to be definitely desirable for a while. $24,600 was the final price in the Jabari Smith, by the way. But I gotta find myself some of those, and I know a lot more are going to get pulled. They're rare. They're definitely a lot more rare than a base card, but it's the type of thing where it's hard to know exactly how far prices will drop until you just wait it out. We might be on
the one page here.
Yeah, are we actually?
I think so.
Oh shoot, we are indeed. I'm ready to run this giveaway, but first let's select some cards.
Okay, we're gonna go right now on the one in the green.
Yeah, I'm taking David Beckham.
I'll go with the Kobe Dazzle. Sorry, Dazzle. Down farther.
I should pick the USS Constitution. What was I doing? Where is it? Dude, I'm so confused. What card did you pick?
It's the Kobe Bryant Dazzle.
Oh, there it is. There it is. All right, here we go, everyone. Good luck on this thing. 16 people. 1 for the Riley Green. 2. Going with BMC. Come on, BMC. Please.
I'm going to do the funniest thing of all time. Varden. Watch.
That would have been really hilarious.
Oh.
TB Incognito with the W. Congratulations to TB.
Aaron already said your name, so it got cursed the second it came out of his mouth.
TB Incognito with the win. Congrats. Make sure you email us your identity key. It's just in the top right. You go to preferences and you can send us the identity key to claim your winning. You got the Riley Green coming your way.
We're about to both get cooked here.
Really, are we? Also, congrats to SCP for picking up a McDavid rookie PSA 10 tonight. And yeah, Vinny, I just see your text here. That is crazy, man. I'm gonna have to get that sale together as well. You said that you saw some red autos, I think, right?
Dude, we're both cooked.
Did we both lose?
That was the quickest of all time.
Yeah, we definitely just got smoked there. My Beckham's out? Wow, that's crazy. All right, well, I guess that early finish tonight.
You should have gone with the Heritage, man.
Should have went with the USS Constitution. Jay, if you're bidding on the USS Constitution, good luck. That is going to be it for tonight. Got an early wake up tomorrow morning. Come back down to Milwaukee to do some Bowman Jumbo breaking tomorrow on Fanatics Live. Got 2 cases going. Almost out of Bowman Jumbo. Just 3 cases left, 2 tomorrow, and then 1 this upcoming week, a different day. But super fun time once again, Julian. Thanks for the good times, and I hope you all have a great rest of your week. So enjoy the night, enjoy the rest of the week. Happy Father's Day, and we'll see you all next week, 9:45 p.m. Eastern Time for another Slab Stock Sundays episode. See you, everyone.